Hello chess lovers, welcome back to my channel. We are at the Tata Steel Chess Masters 2026 and today we have a most tactical game from round 10. We have the German Grandmaster Matthias Blübaum, who has been playing incredibly dangerous chess. The opponent is Grandmaster Anish Giri. In this game, we will see fire on the board. Giri takes a huge risk in the opening, and Blübaum punishes him with precision. You do not want to miss this finish. Let us dive straight into the game. Matthias Blübaum opens with pawn to d4. Anish Giri replies with pawn to g6. Preparing the modern defense. We have pawn to c4 by white and bishop g7 by black. e4 now. Black to play d6. Knight to c3 by white. c5 by black. Anish Giri challenges the center immediately with the so-called Averbakh System. d5 by white. Blübaum is grabbing more space, and here Giri plays a strange move. The computer like to play like that, but would you give up your fianchetto bishop in the opening of a chess game? We have bishop captures on c3 with check. Giri gives up his strong dark-squared fianchetto bishop immediately. Is that a wise solution? White recaptures. The trade-off is clear. White has doubled c-pawns and a slightly damaged structure, but he gets the bishop pair and a massive center. e5 by black. The d-pawn captures on e6. Black recaptures with the bishop. Bishop d3 now by white. And knight to f6 by black. Knight to e2. The idea behind this move is clear. Blübaum wants to move his f-pawn forward. We have knight to h5 by black. It seems that Giri wanted to complicate the game with this knight move. Short castling by white now, and knight to c6 by black. White moves his pawn to f4. The idea is to follow up with the pawn move to f5. This pawn on f4 blocks the square e5. So the move black knight to e5 is not possible. Blübaum even wants to use his space advantage to crush black as fast as he can. But in this position, pawn to f4 is a bit risky. Bishop d7 by black, h3 by white. This move prepares the attack with the pawn from g2 to g4, but it is risky. Queen to e7, pawn to g4, knight to g7 by black. Black queen to h4 would have been much better and leads to an advantage for black. But now white plays the move pawn to f5. The move f5 is almost forced in this position. White threatens to fork pieces. Blübaum also closes the diagonal of the black bishop on d7 and gets a good square for his knight that could move now to f4. The position is becoming extremely sharp. Giri moves his queen to h4 now. After that move, the chances of both players are equal. Anish Giri brings the queen in a good position and is trying to create counterplay. We have knight to f4 by white. Blübaum defends h3 and brings the knight into the attack. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the tragedy of the game. In this position, black has to castle queenside. But Anish Giri perhaps was too ambitious or miscalculated the next moves. He played pawn from h7 to h5. This looks aggressive. Giri plans to open the h-file to mate the white king in a few moves. But he completely ignored the safety of his own king in the middle of his back rank. Now the black queen is in serious danger, and Blübaum has spotted it. He played knight to g2. Queen captures on h3. Giri has in this position only one playable move. He grabs the pawn on h3. He thinks he is attacking. But watch this. White plays rook to f3. Do you see the problem for black? The queen is running out of squares. We have queen captures on g4. She has to capture on g4 to stay alive. Blübaum plays bishop to e2. A beautiful quiet move, and that move is very strong. White prepares a discovered attack with the rook. The black queen is in danger. G-pawn captures on f5. Giri tries to open lines for his queen. What else? But it is too late. Now we have rook to e3 by white. What a killer move! It attacks the black queen and discovers an attack on the black king at the same time. The black queen moves to g5. The e-pawn captures on f5 with check. The e-file opens up. We have knight to e7 by black. The white queen captures on d6. The next killer move. This move shatters black's position, and it can no longer be defended. Black's position is collapsing. We have bishop c6 by black. Giri's last trick. He is now threatening to checkmate white on g2. Blübaum plays rook to e4. The rook blocks the mate threat on g2 and attacks the black queen again. The black queen is trapped. She has nowhere to go. Queen captures on g2 with check. Desperation. Giri is forced to sacrifice his queen just to extend the game a few more moves. White recaptures with the king. The black bishop captures the rook on e4 with check. We have king to f2. Black bishop captures on f5. And now we have white bishop moves to g5. Blübaum develops with a threat. He hits the knight on e7 and is threatening a checkmate. Anish Giri resigned here. Why did he resign? Because after the likely move knight to g6, checkmate follows in a few moves. Matthias Blübaum punished black's pawn push in move number 15 with pawn to h5. And the most important, he also punished Giri for not having secured his king in time. Did you see rook e4 coming? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy high-level tactics, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, my friends.